Guys. Good morning. It's a Saturday morning. Welcome to Gmon. It ain't over. This is your girl L coming to you live from the ATL. And I do apologize that my energy is off. I am trying like really hard to pull through, but I received like some of the worst news that I could have ever had to share with anybody. So basically, let me just get this out. My son's two best friends, right? Like my son's children that have been in my life like forever, for like, I don't know. They were kids growing up together. My son's, two of my son's best friends growing up, one actually, shot the other one. And so, yeah. So that's what happened. So basically, and so the other friend, who is like a son to me, is no longer with us. Apparently, the friend that allegedly, I mean, the last time I looked, the police report didn't confirm it, but yeah, this is what is thought to have happened, is that one friend really, yeah, took the other one's life, right? And so, yeah, so basically, the only reason, I mean, I didn't necessarily feel like I was coming to you just to share that with you, but last week I posted a video and it was called Check on Yourself. And the purpose of that video was to encourage people to, just do like a self-check in an effort to become the very best version of yourselves. And in that video, I posed a couple of, well, like 3 questions, and the very first question that you should ask yourself is that if you are accountable, and that's if you're trying to achieve certain goals. And so my goal, of course, is to I've set a goal, and I really have challenged myself and wanted to always come to you with a couple of videos per week, and a lot of things have happened. In that video, I also I talked about, so 3 of the things. The first one was, are you accountable for yourself? And the other was, do you love yourself? And the third question was, are you a follower or are you a leader? But those questions, in that video, basically I stressed that life will continue to happen, and life does continue to happen, and that we do have to push on. And who knew I would be tested so soon after putting those statements out. And I always try to, encourage people and tell people, to try to be prepared, because we are all, 2 things that are for certain is life and death, right? Once you're born, and one thing for certain is that all of us will pass. And so yeah, in trying to be prepared, you can never really, you're gonna be caught off guard with news like this. can't be prepared in a way that you could just take it like, oh, you know what I mean, like nothing happened. But that being said, just I'm always a person who encourages people not to stay in that state of mind. And I need you guys really to like pray for me. And I, the comments in the comment section, if you will, I do look at those, and so I'm not asking for sympathy, but yeah, this is going to be like a tough one, and I'm really trying to, yeah, so yeah, I'm really just trying to pull through here and come to you with something today. I guess if I had to say anything, I don't mind necessarily asking for you guys to pray for me, because if it were you, if the situation ever comes around, I guess if I have to say anything, I would not want for you to feel that you have to endure any tragedy alone, and it is appropriate to reach out to people. A lot of times people don't know what you're going through. People don't understand the depth of it. There are those who are willing to sit with you and listen and try to help you get through situations. And so reach out. I did do a video some months back, long time ago, that where I encourage people to check on people. And I still want you to check on people, so check on me. It's fine if you do. I mean, I know God very well, and I'm gonna call on Jesus, but I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. The friend, from what I know, has suffered from some psychosomatic disorders. And so I just kind of like, without knowing the actual details of the situation, I just kind of want to think that that was what brought on this situation. I don't believe that the two of them had animosity that built up. We all lived in the same neighborhood. These kids ate from my home. They were in my house constantly. And again, my sons, I have 3 sons, and my sons brought me like several sons and some daughters. And yeah, and so I just, like, I have this saying, all my children, because all these children really kind of became my children. And sometimes these situations are a little bit harder because, we have this concept that people are not going to, be gone until they get a certain age in life. And we always feel like we're going to outlive, the children. And it's like too many children are really, too many children are just, you know what I'm saying? It's just happening like way too much. It's hard for me to get these words out. It's hard for me to even think of this particular young man, because like when I think of, I'm going to refer to him as my son. When I think of my son, I can visualize him coming through the door. I can visualize a time when I didn't know his reaction, but we were having like salmon or shrimp or some sort of fish, and he had a really strong reaction. I mean, he actually threw up because he's like, I just can't tolerate the smell of fish. And, I respected that, but I always loved these kids. I mean, they really have brought me like a lot of joy over the years. They've brought me, a little bit of concern, but this is one of the kids, um, that I never really worried about. Never, you know what I mean? Like, there's some children, even my son, that I constantly pray for and worry about, because they're some are a little bit more rambunctious than others, when it comes down to children. They all have their own characters and they all, do whatever, but this particular one never would have. I mean, I'm not really sure if this particular son was one that had time to actually stay in my home, but my son, I can say, my son, like he's the greatest, sweetest child on earth. He's not perfect. None of these kids are perfect. I had to learn to love the children that I had, versus, wanting doctors, lawyers, or whatever, So this particular child right here in particular, taught me that lesson that you love the children that you have. But yeah, so I'm not sure if my son, who's no longer with us, ever actually. I'm sure he probably spent the night, but the kids would, have like difficulties with their parents, and they would end up in my house like 2 or 3 different days, or sometimes living for months, because my son was he's still, so welcoming. He opens the doors to everybody. We had the big house, and so, he always wanted to like come to me, and he'll be like, well, Mom, it could help you out with your bills, but I know that his heart was so big that he just, he brought these children, he brought these people into our lives and into my life, and I just came to love them in a way that I didn't even know. When he called me with that news yesterday, I broke down in a way that it was as though, it was as though it was my biological son. Yeah. But, as mothers, as a single mother who has raised 3 boys, 3 men, they're men now, and I thank God, because I have had to pray a lot, and I have had to trust and believe a lot. My glasses look a little filmy, but yeah, you guys are gonna just have to really excuse a lot of stuff today, if you don't mind. Yeah, but so I think that you pack a lot of emotions on the inside, and when you hear some of this stuff, it's like one of your worst nightmares coming true. And so it feels like your own. I mean, I remember the George Floyd, I think it's Brian Nichols. I remember how deeply these things touch me on the inside, because I can relate to the mothers. I can't even fathom to think that I know how a mother would feel, but as a parent who has sons and who has had to worry for years, over my children, and pray over my children, and charge the angels over my children for all these years, I can I kind of can sort of imagine is the closest I'll even try to say. Um, if I had to be put in those shoes. And so, yeah. But I just want to say to my son out there, like, I never, if in heaven, if these messages can get through to heaven or to you and your spirit, I pray for your spirit to, see heaven, and just somehow know that I loved you like a son. I did, in ways that I didn't even necessarily know myself, but yeah. It can't be undone, and it hurts so much. It hurts like all the way to the core. Again, I didn't really sleep well. Yeah, so yeah. But guys, I'm trying to think of I want to probably go over visit his grandmother later in the day sometime. I have to get that arranged. And it's a really tough one. I'm trying to think. Again, please excuse all the pauses and the situations, but it is what it is. I'm trying to make this at least like a 20-minute video. But I don't really I don't think I'm gonna make it because I'm struggling here, and yeah, I just kind of don't think I'm gonna make it. I'm just gonna kind of let it go. But again, I just wanted to be accountable. Yeah, and today's like Saturday, and it was my birthday last weekend. So a lot of things have come, and a lot of things have come and interfered with my recording videos to post. But anyway, guys, I love you guys. Peace out. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off right here. It's probably about as far as I can go. Peace out, love. Like, subscribe. This is real life from Atlanta. G-Mom, it ain't over. I guess I have to tell myself that today. It ain't over. You're gonna be all right. Speak over yourself. Encourage yourself. Yes. Hasta la vista, babies. I love you guys.